Yeah, so we try to be extremely heavy on sphere-based lead generation. We do open houses, we do door knocking, we do some minimal internet lead generation. We nurture our sphere as heavily and as frequent and common as we can. So we have client events pretty regularly. We'll do about 8 client events this year, and then we send postcards to our client, to like what we call our raving fans, every month. It's not like, hey, do you want a CMA? It's something that's kind of fun and quirky. Here's a recipe for guacamole. Here's dad jokes. And we really just want them to see, hey, Shane Bangle sent me something that's kind of funny. It can go straight to the trash, and we're just on top of mind. We also try heavy. We do fun events like free ice cream scoop. We do movie nights, all kinds of things like that. But we are trying to find things. We found if we can meet a need, then we get a lot more juice from the squeeze. So the last event that we did was, we're going to help with spring cleanup, and we said, we're going to come around and pick up any bulk trash that you have. Just tell us what you got, and we'll add you to the list. And we picked up about 35 different clients, ranging from 6 bags of leaves that they didn't know what to do with, all the way to a giant tree they cut down in their back of their yard, and everything in between, dishwashers, concrete. And for our clients, these are headaches and problems that they had. Like, what am I doing with this pile of concrete in my backyard? I keep asking my husband to get rid of it, and he doesn't have time. He's working. So we really met a need, and there was a lot of lead generation out of that. We don't want to do it just for the lead generation. We want to be serving first and foremost, but one begets the other. There's a ton of lessons. And I think maybe the ones that I would say is seek out advice and counsel in the front end of what you're trying to build, and how you structure things and why you structure them that way. So one of the things when I first joined that team, my splits were 50-50 on their deals they gave me, and 80-20 on any clients that I brought in. So from the get-go, we were set up for some conflict, because which things am I going to want to work towards? I'm going to want to work towards my own things. And so structurally, how you structure those things, and teams have done it before. So ask people, hey, what are you doing? I sat down with John Walker in our office. He runs an amazingly successful team. And I said, hey, how are you doing this? What are you splitting here? Why do you do that? How come you do this? Because I'm having some of those growing pains with my team members, where they're like, well, why are the splits this? Or am I getting what's worth value? And in all reality, when I was first on the team, I got more value than I gave, but I didn't know that. I didn't even know that I was getting lessons. So being able to communicate that from a team sense, hey, listen, you're not going to see the value just yet. So here's the structure. We're going to ask for this level of commitment from you. Once you see the value, then you're going to think, well, I'll just go do it on my own. And it really doesn't work that way, right? Like, now I've paid all the expense and reap none of the reward. So you got to have some really healthy structure in the front end. I'm just a firm believer that real estate is first and foremost a service industry, and it's then a relationship industry. So we want to find so hard how we can be involved in the community, both in relationship and service. So whether that looks like we are hosting regular homeless outreach, or we are one of our agents would love to buy a house, a foreclosed house from the courthouse steps, do a whole rehab, and then have a giveaway, right, to a family in need, kind of Habitat for Humanity, right? That's like our big hairy goal, right? That would be awesome. So we'd love to just find ways that we can continue to get more involved in the community, and be that resource for the community. We do small things now. I called a bunch of clients that had closed 3 months ago, and we said, 3 years ago, hey, do you know where you're at in your payoff? Maybe you can drop your PMI. We're not calling you to just say, hey, how you doing? You want a CMA on your house? Again, we're calling, trying to offer them something of value, or we can help. And so we find small and big ways to hopefully be plugged in and connected with our people, and to be in service of them. That's our goal is, and I've been super blessed. I joined the KW Planner community, and their huge focus is, service and helping people understand probate, trust, capital gains. And so that's been a very fun avenue for us to dive in and be helpful to clients that are in those positions.